A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this download. So, here I can see there are very strong feelings of pain and this betrayal. And I can see that there is someone who has manipulated you, who manipulated you in the past. Because now, as you watch this video, you have reached a point of realization that they manipulated you. There was a time when you were not able to figure it out. You were willing to give them benefit of doubt. You were still kind of supportive towards this person. You were understanding, you were patient towards this person, and you wanted to believe their words, their lies, even if they were lying and you caught them, but they would cry to you or they would convince you to believe them, and then you would give them a chance. This is what I can pick on. But now you are so awakened and you're so aware about what they have done to you, what they've put you through, that naturally you're detached. So, a lot of people talk about law of detachment and they say that when you get detached from something, then this happens or that happens, right? But detachment is also not something that you can fake. It sometimes happens very naturally, just like your awakening happened naturally to you. You did not try to do anything. Some of you probably got awakened in the middle of a party or somewhere where people were doing drugs, or uh, probably a karmic relationship awakened you. Similarly, here I can see the betrayal has awakened you. It has hurt you so deeply. It has broken your trust. It has really shattered your faith in love, and it has shattered your faith in goodness also. You probably asked God that, had I not been so good, had I not been so kind hearted, or had I not been a nice person, then I would not have been in this place. And there are two things that I'm going to talk about, which are very strong messages from this download. The person who has done wrong to you, they have cheated you, or lied to you, or they've scammed you, taken your money, or something else, whatever they did to you, they played with your feelings. They are not ashamed of who they are or what they do. But the other person on the opposite side, you are walking with so much shame and guilt. But the one who is their victim is basically feeling sad that they were not able to, recognize their true intentions, and uh, they were not able to see that person as who they are. And some of you are very spiritual out here, some of you are very intuitive out here, and you feel that where was the intuition, where was the discernment, where was also the self love which you have, which you proudly talk about. So they are walking with their head held high. The one who hurt you, the one who made you miserable. So the actual way to forgive and forget is quite simple, but you don't reach to it that easily. So usually they say forgive the person who has hurt you. Yes, you should forgive that person for your own peace, but you also need to forgive your own self. Very, very important to forgive your own self for the mistake you made in recognizing that person. You have to forgive yourself because you were good. That's the point you need to remember more. You were the good person. You were the one who trusted other person when they said something to you, because you don't do bad things, because you don't lie to others, because you always speak your truth very authentically. You are an authentic person, and let me tell you, in God's eyes, only authentic people who speak the truth are more important. Your growth in the ascension journey also happens because you are authentic, because you're honest. So you gave them an opportunity because you wanted to believe them, because you would be like, why would they say so if they don't mean it? You can see this as a lesson, and I'll tell you, in some situations you were meant to be in that place because you had to go through some karma. You had to clear some karmic account with this person, some kind of balance you had to clear with this person, and you had to learn from this person something. It's not like they are teaching you something good, but through their behavior, through your suffering, you are learning to love yourself a lot more. Because when you reach to this point of detachment where you have reached now, this is a very powerful place to be in. Because earlier, if you would not talk to this person, if you would block this person, if you would even be mean to this person, maybe it was coming from you acting out of the fear of losing that person, because you were noticing that this person is happy to hurt you. this person is this person can, if they attracted you, sometimes you would feel, if they were able to attract someone like you, with all of their deception, with all of their lies, with all of their illusion, putting illusions on other, with all of their crappy behavior, if they could, and whatever they did to you, you know that better, if they could attract you, maybe they can attract someone else also. But you have to stop fearing to lose people, because those who are meant to be in your life, they will be in your life, and those who are not meant to be in your life, they will not be in your life. But secondly, the second important thing is this law of detachment that I'm talking about. In context to this, you made the mistake, but you're blaming yourself, and now you have reached to the point where you realize that I don't want to be around this person, or I don't want to give anymore to this person. I want to be with myself and I want to do my own things. And you're this very strong individual now. Okay. You have lost the fear of losing this person to a certain degree, because you feel you can see the other side. You can see what they did to you, or if they were not able to do something really horrible to you, like they could have put you in a very bad position. I think even those who, from external a point of view, look like they are in bad position because of this person, I am 100% sure, if you stick your ground, if you continue your healing, if you, whatever works for you, trust me as a healer also, even when I heal other people, I also have to look for ways to heal my own self. So everybody should look for what suits them the best. You have to find the right ways or the right people to be in your periphery, in your energetic periphery, because these people are basically, what they do is they stay in your mind, they create portals like that, they stay in your mind, and then you think about them. Now the problem is not thinking about them, problem is thinking negatively about yourself while thinking that they are happy and they are doing well. I don't think so. Such a person is happy. You have to see this. If they were happy, why would they lie? Why would they cheat other people? Why would they scam other people? Why would they make these stories of grandiosity about them and trap people like you? And these are not even like materialistic things they talk about. They talk about being a nice person. They talk about being a kind hearted person, a generous person, a great person. They show it in their behavior. And especially initially, they do it. Initially, they'll do it like all the time, like they're so nice and they're so caring and they're so loving, and you want to believe them because you have also created a future, like there's a future version of you who probably feels that this person would fit into that label or that box or that reality. So you believe them, and then they'll also tell you how they were used by someone, how they were abused by someone, how they were ill treated by someone. This one person kept telling me their blackmailing story, like how they were blackmailed by some girl who used their pictures or whatever, and they kept showing this girl in the negative light, but they would never talk about how they reached to that place. They never talked about how is it possible, how can someone just do it to you, unless you don't have a close bond with this person. So they kept acting like, this is my sad story, please give me some affection or please give me some support, and blah blah blah, I'm a victim. So lots of predators do this. Lots of predators will tell other people the story of their victimization, how they were used or how they were abused. Maybe they were, you never know, maybe in their childhood they were whatever. But even you were put into bad situations, even you were a victim of situations. But are you doing harm to others? Are you playing around with other people's lives? Are you playing with other people's hearts? You're not doing that. So there's a big difference between you and this person. The energy is telling me that they probably manipulated you. It was a really bad thing. What they did to you was really, really wrong on many levels. It is not acceptable because you were really kind to this person. Uh, they they used you in a way. They wanted to get something materialistic from you. Either they scammed you for money, or they used your body, or they had a good time with you, they had a physical intimacy with you, or something they did to you which is very materialistic. But I'm being told that they can never get to your heart. They can manipulate you for materialistic things, but they'll never get your heart or the soul connection. And if they were so pure, they would have pursued you for your soul connection, for your presence, for who you are, not for these type of things that can even be bought with money. Like if they really wanted to sleep with someone, they could have just gone to a brothel or a place like that. They could have paid somebody to have this kind of fun or relationship, whatever they want to call it. But they actually trapped you. They put time into you, they put effort into you. They would send you messages, they would call you, they would tell you how much they love you, and then they did this to you. So this is ethically wrong, morally wrong, and it's spiritually very wrong. It's a very wrong practice, because not only they are hurting you, but they're also hurting another person. There could be someone else also they're doing the same too. So this is definitely an evil person in my reading. It's an evil person, it's a selfish person, it's a bad person who did whatever they did to you knowingly. They knew that you trust them, they knew that you want to believe them, they knew that you are giving them a chance because you feel for them, you have good feelings for them, you have good intention for this person. So they misuse your good intention, they misuse your feelings, they misuse it for what? Very I won't say using someone's body is small, but for them it was fun and time pass, and just playing with someone like a toy. So why should you be the person who's sad? Why should you be the person who fears losing this person? They should fear it. They should be sad. They should be disappointed. Yes, you want to cry. You want to vent out. You want to journal it out. You want to talk to God. You want to see a healer. You want to work on yourself. But don't think that you have lost somebody, because clearly this person is not a good person. And let's say they find someone else, they scam someone else, they lie to someone else. Feel sorry for that person. Pray for that person, because you can still take care of yourself. You're strong. You're still here. You're still working on yourself. Maybe the other people they are scamming or they're using go through a lot because of this person. In many ways, they are not going to do this to someone who's really bad, or let's say the level of using they have done in your case, how much they've used you is like really hardcore. It's like too much. And then they've criticized you, then they have manipulated you. Now I can also pick on to the energy of this person. After taking from you, they also criticize you, they also shame you, and they also belittle you, they also put you down, because then that's their strategy to keep you in their control. If you remember who you are, if you remember how amazing you are, how beautiful you are, so they will shame your body. Let's say you have a really good figure, then they're going to tell you, oh, you don't have a good figure, that person has a good figure. They're going to put you into comparisons. Or something else, if you're a heavy busted girl, then they will show you the girl who's like very thin and slim and like a model. And they say, oh, look at her, she's like a model. It will make you feel bad. If you're like a model, even if you're Miss India, they'll compare you to someone who's heavy, and they'll say, look at her, she's got a... Because a man or a woman's body is not everything. Everybody has different types of bodies here. Everybody. We all have different bodies. But somebody who's just looking at you like a piece of meat definitely doesn't love you. And if they've lied to you and they're lying to others also, if they've done this to other people also, if this is their job, like literally they do this every day, they look for someone to hurt every now and then, because then that's the way they can get their energy and they can get mental control. Then if they look for someone new also, they're going to look for someone weak or someone they can manipulate, right? So how is losing this person a bad thing? It's a good thing. It's called good riddance. At least you know their truth now. You know who they are. There are also some very spiritual reasons for which this whole experience has appeared on your timeline. One of those is to learn about self-love, for sure, and to be able to stand by yourself and to develop a sort of courage, develop this feeling that no matter what happens, you are going to take care of yourself. And a lot of people make mistakes. Different people go through different situations. Sometimes you can be on this side, sometimes you can be on the other side. But you are looking at perspectives. And I think what creates more of bad experience in our life is fear. And they say that 98% of the things that we fear about actually don't happen. But if the 2% things have happened, it basically means there is a lesson in that for you. And there is something that you need to let go. There is something that you need to accept. And there's also surrendering. So you have to really surrender to whatever you're experiencing. It might look bad right now, but you have to accept it and say, okay, this is my experience. Because when you accept everything as how it is, then it becomes a lot more, I think, easier for you to move on and do the next thing. When we don't accept, when we say, oh, this is not possible, this should not have happened to you, this is completely wrong, or this is not justified, then we cannot move on. So we need to either we put down our feelings, or we accept, just emotionally we accept that, okay, this is exactly what my situation is, and this is how much hurt I feel because of this situation, this is how much pain I feel. And in this collective reading, what I can also pick on to is the information probably was not sent to you or not given to you. You feel that some of the information came to you pretty late. If only that information would have reached to you a little bit before time, whatever you consider the right time, then your decision making would have changed. Your behavior would have changed. You would have probably walked out earlier from that situation, and you won't have to deal with whatever you're dealing with now. However, you have to see it like this, that there was something magical happening in the universe. Maybe it's not looking very positive right now, but whatever happened, it happened in such a way that the information could have been with you, like it was right under your nose, it was right there. But you missed out, you didn't see it. But then when you see it, or when you got the information, you feel you were already betrayed, you were already manipulated, you already had gone through certain experiences which you feel you don't deserve, you never deserved it in the first place. This part of the collective reading, you can see it as an advice, and there's a bit of also positive message for you. What I feel is that maybe right now things look very bad, but this is all going to be in your favor. There will be a time when you will realize that whatever happened for the best, and whatever happened is going to benefit you in some way or the other. It will benefit you for sure. It's not going to be like a small little benefit. It's going to be a proper benefit that you will see, and things will be better, things will be good for you, and some kind of realization will really uplift you, because you'll see the whole situation like in totality. After some time passes by, you'll see the situation much differently. However, you have to also release the feeling of the fear, actually, that you losing someone or losing something. You're not losing anything, because nobody actually takes anything from this place, which we call Earth. When we leave from here, we literally go empty handed. We have nothing on us, not even clothes. Nothing, 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 nothing we can take from here. But we do take ourselves, that inner consciousness, the soul, the inner awareness, the experience we have of Earth and all the things. And from the soul's perspective, and also from higher consciousness, from Supreme's perspective, there is never anything negative. But to be able to practically experience that and be in a state of awareness and gratitude and acceptance, we have to go through these difficult situations sometimes, or difficult feelings we have to face, which I think some of our adults have avoided. Some of our adults avoid the independence you feel as a person. To be honest, I mean, yeah, I do see there are people who have wonderful relationships, and I also see people who found a wonderful relationship after going through the one that made them really miserable and sad, and then eventually they found someone who was completely opposite of what they experienced. Completely opposite. It's probably because those people learned to accept their lives as it was, as it is, and they also believed every day that something good is going to happen to them. Something positive will always happen to them. Something nice will happen to them, and God is always taking care of them, and everything will turn out in their favor. But for that, you need to really stand for yourself. You have to, in many ways, you have to say yes to things that make you peaceful, things that make you relax, things that make you calm, things that make you happy. And you have to refuse certain things. And I think as you go through these experiences more, you naturally also reject them. Naturally something happens that you no longer align with those things, and as I said, detachment happens. And law of detachment also sometimes works in a wonderful way. Sometimes the things that you really want, you don't get it, and it hurts you a lot, and you feel like you did everything to get that, everything, you put everything into it, but you didn't get it. It disappointed you, it hurt you, it shattered you. And when you reach a point where you don't want it anymore, like you literally don't want it anymore, it shows up in a way that you don't expect it. So we need to learn from this. Someone played with you like a toy. Someone treated you just like a body, just like a piece of meat. They did not give you anything more, no respect to you, to your soul. It's okay. They are hurt. And I think how I see this person, or if there are more people involved, how I see them is that they are so unhappy. They are not in touch with who they are. You need to let them go. You need to choose your peace over these people's presence, validation. If they're not meant to be, good riddance. If they're not meant to be. But you have to really take a strong, bold decision for yourself. You have to choose yourself always, and you have to learn from these people. They may be doing the same thing from a very egotistical perspective, or from a very materialistic perspective, like how most narcissistic people are always doing something that benefits them, but they do it in a materialistic way. How you supposed to do it? Like, they have the confidence to do all the wrong things, but you should have the confidence to do all the right things. If you were such a caring person, if you were so trustworthy, if you were so faithful, if you were so loving and caring, you should take that with you. You should pick that with you, not focus on how they treated you, and they ill treated you, and they disrespected you, and they made you feel small, because no, they are not going to make you feel small until and unless you allow them to do so. If they see you just as a piece of meat, then that's what they get from you. They are not going to get from you a connection. They're not going to get your respect. They're not going to get your time. So don't go after these people. Let them be. Let them live in their delusional little world. And you live in awareness and awakening, and you do what you love. Don't be scared. Don't think you're alone. Don't think that God is not going to take care of you. Don't think that nobody's going to be there for you. You will have people taking care of you if it's needed. If it's not needed, then God will provide the right resources for you always. Just have faith and trust, and use this episode to love yourself even more, and give these people your empathy. Whatever, if you're detached already, then really good. I feel it's the best thing that has happened to you. If you don't want to see them, if you don't want to be around them, it's okay. Even if they reach out to you, do whatever you want to do, because see, your authenticity also is important. Two things matter the most: authenticity and surrender. They go hand in hand. So you have to be authentic as well. You cannot fake it. If you feel upset, if you want to cry, do it. You don't have to pretend to be happy in front of someone who has hurt you. But if you're looking for their validation, if you want them to do something about it, I don't think so they can. Because if they were so humane, if they were so affectionate, if they were so kind-hearted, they would not have had to manipulate you to get whatever they got from you. They got that thing, they cannot get it again, and they will not get your love, your heart, your trust. That they cannot get from you now. So on this lovely note, I will close this collective reading. I will see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.